Hi everybody, it's Heidi from mindfulme.org, and I wanted to share a simple practice or tool that can be used with your kids or any of the kids that you work with. And it was a really fun morning. I got invited to go into my son's 5th grade classroom and share this and talk about mindfulness and some breathing practices. And I think the kids thought it was pretty cool. So when I asked them, where in their bodies do they feel stress or nervousness or anxiety, 95% of the kids said their stomach, which didn't really surprise me at all. Research has now shown that the gut is like our second brain and that we actually have neurons that process information and memory. And I shared with the kids there's a nerve that runs from the brainstem to the gut called the vagus nerve that actually communicates, right? It sends messages. And so I think they thought it was kind of cool that the breath can be used as a remote control for the body, kind of like a superpower that they didn't know that they had. But I shared with them a simple tool that can be used anytime, anywhere. And that's what I love about these breathing practices, because wherever you go, the breath is there. So it was called hand up breathing. And I've shared this before, but on the inhale, as you go up your thumb, you slowly round the corner and exhale and go down. And you keep doing that. On the up, you inhale, and on the exhale, you go down. And by the time you get to your pinky and back to your thumb, so you'd go through it once and then come back, that's about 30 to 40 seconds. And research has shown that's all it takes to actually reduce or eliminate the physiological responses of stress in our body. So I told them when we're nervous or we're anxious, our breath is happening right here up in our chest cavity. But when we take time to slow our breathing, it enters the diaphragm and it deepens and it actually slows down. And this is what elicits that kind of rest or digest response in the parasympathetic nervous system versus the fight or flight, which happens in our sympathetic nervous system. And so the reason I share these tools and practices is because I think it can be so powerful to give these kids a skillful way to work with stress from a young age. So if you know, oh my gosh, I'm breathing really shallow right now and my stomach hurts, you can go to your toolbox and use one of those resources instead of being at the mercy of your physiological responses in your body. So it was a really fun morning. I love sharing this with kids, and I love hearing from them because it needs to be practical and it needs to be simple. And I think by offering these up, it's just a really easy way for teachers and parents to have some consistency. So if they know, they're going into testing and they've just come from gym, they can do something simple like the hand up breathing to actually change how their body feels. So I do currently have a training going on right now for teachers across the state where I'm training them in mindfulness. And the first part one, is really about embodiment and becoming a mindful teacher. And then part 2 contains a lot of these simple practices and tools that can be shared with your classroom to create more peace and productivity and to really address the social and emotional needs of the kids that you work with. So I'll post that link below. And again, if there's any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Heidi at mindfulme.org. Thanks so much.